Paul leaving Mansakonko, Friends of the Gambia from Wales, who are sponsoring Summer Health Center and Sankuya, met Minister Jahumpa and entourage. The group briefed the health minister on their activities and the challenges they encounter, especially when clearing deliveries at the ports. Matilda Boy, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Health and Social Welfare, expressed gratitude to the Friends of Gambia and their Gambian counterparts for coordinating such a good gesture.
I would focus on cooperation that you have asked for. We want to assure you, as a government and as a ministry responsible for health, that we will indeed cooperate with you, one, in regard to the containers, as I have advised and directed. If you liaise through our regional director, these containers, maybe if you put them in the name of the permanent secretary or the name of the chief pharmacist, that would help expedite when they arrive at the ports.
The entourage visited several health facilities in the West Coast region, including Jarol, Kampasa, Kasany, Pirang, and Kafuta health centers, as well as the WEC mission in Sibanor. The Fonyi Jarol Health Post was founded and supported by the German WEC mission, but since they left in 2010, the post has been struggling to provide services. Honorable Borikoli and community representatives appealed to the health minister to help revitalize the health post, saying a land has been allocated and a loan secured for the construction of the facility. The nurse in charge dilated on the operations of Kampasa Health Center, built and funded by Child Fund the Gambia. She called for assistance from government as funding has drastically gone down. Jarai Dafe of Child Fund revealed that they built 11 clinics in the West Coast region and had a memorandum of understanding with the Ministry of Health to help improve the lives of the vulnerable. Jarai also commended the minister and entourage for visiting some of their health facilities. Dr. Karin Forrest, nurse in charge at Sibano Health Center, took the minister and entourage on a conducted tour of the facility. The health center is operated by the WEC mission and receives thousands of patients yearly. Minister Jahumpa thanked the mission and assured them of government support. Besse, Kafuda, and Pirang health centers were the last to be visited during a long-day engagement. Minister Jahumpa said his visit was meant to familiarize himself with conditions at all health facilities countrywide and meet staff and communities to better improve services. Samuel Ba, GRTS.
Well, Gambians joined the rest of the Muslim world to observe the birth of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, on Wednesday. GRTS's Bubakar Dabo has details of Maulan Nabi celebrations in parts of the capital Banjul and the West Coast region.
These are the melodious hymns that dominated the night of Maulid Nabi, otherwise known as the birth of the Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. As an Islamic custom and tradition, Muslims in the Gambia joined millions the world over to commemorate the birth of Islam's holiest prophet with night vigils and supplications. The birth of the prophet is described by scholars as the end to darkness and idol worshipping for the Muslim world in general and the Arabic Peninsula in particular, who led a barbaric life for most of their existence. Prophet Muhammad was born in Mecca on the 12th day of Rabi al-Awwal, at a time when the Arabs were in the apex of ignorance. Muslims converge on all corners of the country to celebrate Gamo in grand style. Among the places visited by GRTS were the fine families of Banjul under the leadership of Alhaji Muntaha Fay, who led disciples and other scholars on hours of preaching and chanting, all in glorification of the Holy Prophet. Scholars used the night to teach Muslims on moral practices of steadfastness, worship and hard work, saying that in order to gain Allah's infinite mercy, one must be upright and just in all his dealings. Bushra, Serekunda and Brikama are among many other places around the country where Muslims converge to commemorate the birth of Islam's holiest prophet. Scholars use the opportunity to remind the faithful about his birth, his sacrifice for mankind and Islam, and how Muslims should emulate his lifestyle to earn Allah's blessing. Abu Bakr Dabo, GRTS.
Well, thousands of people have taken to the streets of Basse, Upper River region, to protest against the European Union's 17-point conditions issued to the Gambia government. Babakar Kamara reports the peaceful demonstrators are demanding an apology from the EU.
They numbered in thousands and vowed to defend their constitutional mandate as true citizens of the land they freed from colonialism barely 47 years ago.
So if you have come out in your numbers as you are to show your solidarity to the president, to show your commitment in the defense of the constitution that had originated from the will of the Gambian people and is being survived by their consent, you are on course. We know that not only is this an infringement of our constitutional right, but it is also an infringement of our natural rights as human beings. We are gathered here this morning to show our manifest our total and unequivocal rejection of the 17-point European Union conditionalities issued against our president and government of the Republic of the Gambia.
It is a 17th condition instituted document purportedly imposed on the Gambian people, disregarding our sovereignty, which angered the country's leadership under President Jammeh. He has earlier called for an emergency cabinet meeting, expressing his zero tolerance of Western powers in our internal state affairs, which is currently exacerbated by true citizens, vowing not only to show their solidarity, but demand an apology from the EU for incriminating our virtues as vices.
It was the Greek philosopher and political thinker, Aristotle, who said that man is a political being. When he is the best of animals. But when he is separated from law and justice, he is the worst of animals. And in order to be perfect, we have to realize our potentials in a state. And that is why the people of this region undoubtedly have come out in their numbers today to show their reaction to the whole world against the conditions of the EU on Gambia government. These unwarranted unconditionalities are a total disregard of the sovereignty and independence of the sovereign Republic of the Gambia. And we together with our president shall forever be the authors of our own destiny.
Their solidarity march started at the entrance of Farafenye to the residence of their MP, with their thousand numbers rapidly increasing by equally concerned citizens who joined the peaceful demonstration without any hesitation. According to protesters, the so-called EU Article 8 political dialogue in a wide extent has been abused, as they impose their conditions without regard for constitutional order and smooth transition to dialogue process. This, according to them, is an unacceptable practice by any foreign power that fails to hear their opinion. Babakar Kamara, Grts.
Well, the next operation, Clean the Nation, is slated for Saturday, the 26th of January 2013 throughout the country. A news release from the National Environment Agency reminds all governors, Saifolu, Alkalolu, and councillors of the presidential directive, urging them to organize and coordinate the national cleanup exercise in their localities. The agency, through the dispatch, solicits the support, cooperation, and active participation of the general public. All government and private institutions, companies, youth organizations, members of the Gambia Transport Control Association, Antipa Garage at Bakote in the national exercise. Well, time now to take our first break. When we come back, we'll take a look at the international news. Stay tuned then.
The NAWEC Staff Association, under the Chief Guest of Honor, His Excellency the President of the Republic of the Gambia, Sheikh Professor Alhaji Dr. Yaya AJJ Jammeh, is staging its third annual gala dinner and dance in association with the international superstar Asanjai of Senegal, Joliba Kuyate and Abu and Fafa. This program is in support of His Excellency's drive to turn the Gambia into a city-state by providing all basic and essential services such as electricity and water to the Gambian population. populace irrespective of where they live. The gala dinner is slated for the 25th of January 2013 at the Senegambia Beach Hotel.